Good morning, everybody. Today we're going to talk about a little update on where we're at as a family, but also talk about why we've never really talked about fundraising here on this channel. Things are happening here in the Dosa house. We got Mama Dosa over here doing homeschool prep.
I bought all my curriculum from Timberdoodle, but they create custom packets where they put a lot of curriculum together.
Little known fact, both Tasha and I were homeschooled.
I was all the way through.
And I did up to high school. I went to high school at a Christian school. Another exciting thing is we are starting fundraising. And we've never really talked about fundraising here on the vlog. The whole first season of the vlog was kind of like a behind the scenes on us fundraising. You want to be in the camera shot? And we didn't talk about it for many reasons, but the primary reason that we didn't talk about it was that we didn't want people to be confused into thinking that we were doing this vlog to fundraise, or that it was sort of like if we talked about needing to raise more money, that our viewers would say, oh, their fundraising strategy is to talk about the fact that they need money and they're hoping that we'll give them to it on this channel. And the purpose of this channel was never to fundraise. The purpose of this channel was to share our story and our journey. As our channel has developed, we've switched from being very focused on our family's story to being focused on what it's like to be missionaries. Definitely still focused on the family, but when you start talking about what it's like to be missionaries, and even thinking about the goal of the channel being to help remove obstacles from the pathway of others who are called to missions, one of the big obstacles for a lot of people is finances and fundraising specifically. And it's something that I would love to talk about. And so we're going to start talking about more about fundraising. And as I start to do some fundraising, I'm going to take you along a little bit and share more than I did the last time we fundraised.
Some agriculture that's absolutely destroyed. It needs to be healed and recovered.
All right, I'm about to head up to the YWAM Kansas City campus. Just had a good meeting with Mark. Good chatting with you. Looking forward to what lies ahead.
Absolutely.
Staff in here. It's exciting stuff happening.
Yes, the Lord is moving.
It's good.
All right, sir.
We'll see you around.
All right, talk to you soon.
Have you guys met before?
Yes.
Yeah.
Good to see you again.
See you too.
That's why I can't answer any questions about it, but
Who's this for?
This is my YouTube channel.
Okay. What do you want me to say? I'm so ready.
You're so ready, man. Do this. This is Nick, right?
Yeah.
This is Nick. He's a...
Hi, y'all.
You have a YouTube channel.
I have a YouTube channel in Turkey. It's called Kim O. One of my friend's last name, his last name is Kim. Mine's is O. But in Turkish, actually, if you put it together, it means who is it. So our name is Kimo.
Nice.
In Turkish, it's who is it. So go check it out.
It's fun to meet another YouTuber in person. I feel like I spend so much time on YouTube and I know so few people that are creating content. So
Yeah.
I'm excited. I get to hang out with this guy when I start here in a month.
Oh, super soon.
Yeah.
Sweet. Can't wait.
All right. Headed back to the house. Just about a month until we start staffing, and so it's good to have some conversations about what the role is going to look like. Probably going to start off with some projects and videos, getting to know what's going on here and feeling out what the best fit is and how it's going to work out, which is very cool. So let's talk fundraising. We're about to start fundraising again, and I have a lot I can say about fundraising, and we're going to talk about it a lot. But one of the main things that I want to say about fundraising is that we loved fundraising. We absolutely had a blast fundraising. It was a lot of work, and it wasn't I'm not going to say that it was easy, but it was so much fun. I think for a lot of people, fundraising isn't just a lot of work. Fundraising is terrible. Like, it's soul crushing. It's the worst thing that you could ask someone to do. And like, I don't feel that way at all about it. And we're actually going to start fundraising here soon. And I'm not going to say that I don't have feelings of squirminess or like, you know, it's not like there aren't feelings that I have internally, but like all I have to do is remind myself of the blessing and the joy that it was to fundraise last time we did it, and get into the right mindset and work really hard in it, and it can completely change the picture for us. So let me put the camera away since I'm driving, but when we get home, I'm going to tell you how I see fundraising differently than I think many people do. Okay, so basically what I'm trying to say here is fundraising was a lot of fun. And the reason it was a lot of fun was because we basically went by this approach that said we should meet with people face to face, with basically no exceptions. And so what we did was we traveled. We went all over the U.S., went to like 20 plus states, visited with 120 people in 20 weeks. We had a huge plan to reach a ton of people, put a lot of work into it. The reason that it was fun is because those situations, because there were so many people we were pursuing, it took the pressure off a small group of people. It wasn't like we were counting on any 1 or 2 or 10 or 20 individuals. We didn't feel the pressure coming into those situations. It really shifted the way that we felt about fundraising. And so we didn't feel awkward about it. We weren't coming in with this high pressure thing. It was more like, let's talk about what God's been doing in our lives. Let's talk about how God has been faithful to us and leading us, and give testimonies of Him working. And it was like an excuse to go do that with friends, family, all over the place. People that we felt comfortable doing that with, other people that we'd never done that kind of thing with. And it was honestly just fun to get to see all the people we love and to talk about God with them. And yes, we did invite them to consider partnering with us, but we really gave them the decision to go and pray and ask God if they were supposed to be a part of our team, and we didn't put a whole lot of pressure on them. And going about it from this perspective, it just completely changed everything for us. And there was quite a few ways and reasons that it was that way, and I'm going to talk more about that in future videos. But basically, I just want to say, like, while we were in the middle of it, we were still trying to figure out, is this going to work? What are we doing? We had this training that we received that was just incredible, but it was just like, is this going to work? And now looking back on it, we can say, yes, it did work, and it was amazing. And we want to share now from that, because we feel like the majority of the missionaries we run into at least feel negatively, if not really negatively, about the idea of fundraising. Most of the missionaries we know are underfunded. And so this is absolutely an obstacle to missions, and we don't want to make it sound easy or make it sound like it's not an obstacle, but we want people to not approach it from fear and not approach it with a broken perspective, seeing it as a burden when it doesn't have to be. There's a lot that goes into how it doesn't end up becoming a burden and how it ends up being fun. And I can't share all that in this short little video. If you're like watching this video and you're like, I just need to figure that out, how do I go figure it out? I'm going to link Support Raising Solutions. They're actually doing virtual boot camps in the world of COVID. But if you're watching this like 2 years down the road, they might have boot camps you can go to. It's 2 days. I'll also link this book called The God Ask. It outlines our fundraising, the fundraising process we followed. And those 2 resources are great resources if you're like, I need the details, I need to figure this out, I need to do this next week. You could buy the ebook and you're totally set. So I'm going to go ahead and link those down below. And if you want to check those out. Where we're going to go on this topic is not going to be how do we get you guys trained, I don't think. It's more going to be how do we help you understand this is not as big of an obstacle as you think, and how do we change the way we see fundraising. I think that's maybe the sweet spot of where I'm at. I'm not a highly trained coach or teacher in fundraising, and that's not really my vision. and they're really great at it. So go get that training from them. But I do want to start talking about finances. That's why we haven't talked about it. That's why we're going to talk about it. If you're new here, we're some honest missionaries talking about our missions experience, hoping that it helps you on yours. Hit that subscribe button. We'll see you guys next time. Peace.